Do you think you need expensive gear or a huge budget to start a travel channel? Maybe you've been wondering if it's too late to even begin. Well, after years on YouTube, winning, failing, and certainly studying YouTube really closely, I've learned some things that work and others that just don't. So if you've been waiting... And we're back. So if you've been waiting for the perfect moment or gear to start your travel channel, this video is definitely for you. So let's jump right in. But first, let's get into the right mindset for this video. Now, I myself never thought I needed an expensive camera. I started with just an iPhone 7, but I did think that I needed to be backpacking the world constantly and spending tons of money to make a travel channel worth watching. And that's just not true at all. You know, a lot of people hold back because they think they don't have the necessary gear, or they don't have enough money to travel the world, or even enough travel experience. They keep waiting for that perfect moment, and it never comes. But the truth of the matter is none of that should stop you, and understanding that is the key to unlocking your travel journey on YouTube. So now let's get into what you truly need to start your travel channel today. Number one, obviously you're gonna need something to film with. It doesn't have to be a $2,000 camera. As I said, I started with just an iPhone 7 and a really beat up old gorilla style tripod that I can just kind of like strap to a tree or a pole or something. Sometimes I just stack the crates and boxes in my room to get the camera to eye level. Honestly, it's whatever works. I actually lost my tripod recently, so I just have my camera sitting on my windowsill right now, and it seems to be fine. And speaking of windowsills, let's talk a little about lighting. Forget fancy lights. All you need is natural light. That's gonna be your best friend when starting out. So just choose a window, face it, and press record. Number two, you're gonna need some sort of point of view, because this is your perspective, your energy, your story, and that's what people are gonna connect with, not cinematic B-roll. But more than that, you're gonna need courage as well, because you're gonna be constantly thinking about people from your past. What are they gonna think about this new endeavor of yours? And the truth is, most people aren't even gonna notice you. And the ones that do, well, they probably wish they had the guts to do what you're doing. Number three, and this is probably the only technical thing you should worry about in the beginning, is clear audio. I didn't have a mic in the beginning. I was just making sure to avoid the wind as much as possible when I was outdoors. But eventually, because of the wind, I bought myself a little lapel microphone that I could just plug right into my iPhone. And that already made a huge difference. And those only cost like 10 bucks online. So in the beginning, definitely don't stress yourself out with buying things like gimbals or DSLR cameras. Now let's talk about simple starter video ideas, and I'm gonna give you 3 of them. And shout out to Roberto Blake, a YouTube growth expert. The first time I heard about this concept was on his channel, so I just wanna give him the credit. So to get your first videos out fast and build something meaningful at the same time, you wanna make 3 types of videos, and they're called hero, hub, and help. First up is the hero content. Now, this is gonna be your big attention-grabbing ideas, and they're meant to pull in people that have never ever heard of you. So think video titles like, for example, I spent 24 hours in the weirdest parts of London, or maybe this is the Los Angeles that no one ever shows you. These videos are meant to be like your digital handshake. They're gonna stop people from scrolling, and they're gonna think, well, who's this? So when making hero content, you definitely want to be 3 things: entertaining, bold, and maybe a little unpredictable. With hero content, you're showing the world that you have something different to offer, even if you're just starting out. Number 2 is hub content. This is the more personal stuff, when people get to know you and not the place you're in. Some example titles for hub content might be my first solo day exploring Ontario, or possibly even I started a travel channel with 0 budget. Huh? Now, something important to note here, these types of videos are not meant to go viral. They're supposed to build trust with your audience. People subscribe to creators that they feel connected to, and hub content is your chance to build that relationship. Number 3 is gonna be help content. Now, this is gonna be your search-friendly, practical videos, basically stuff that answers questions. Some example titles for these videos might be how to get around London on a budget, or maybe even best cheap eats for first-timers in Los Angeles. So these types of videos, they may not feel flashy, but they're truly really valuable because they keep working for you long after you've pressed the upload button. So here's how all three of these types of content come together. So the hero videos bring attention to your channel, the help videos bring in search traffic consistently, and the hub stuff gives people a reason to stick around. So stick to that simple rhythm. One bold idea, one helpful guide, and one personal story. And before you know it, you're already building up your travel channel. Now we're going to talk about editing, upload, and batching strategy. So as I said, I edited my first 50 videos or so just using iMovie on my old MacBook. Want something a little more advanced but still free? You should go for DaVinci Resolve. It's one of the best options out there. It's a legit pro editor that costs nothing. Now here's where things get interesting, especially for travel creators. If you want to make a few sit-down videos, you should just write out some scripts and film them all at once. But when you're traveling, it's a bit different. If you're filming travel vlogs, the story is unfolding in real time and your filming windows are really limited. So in that case, the goal is to just go outside and film as much as you can while you're in that destination. But honestly, don't just film randomly and hope for magic. The key is to decide your story, title, and thumbnail before pressing record. You know exactly what moments you need to record for your story. And by the way, you can also snap the perfect thumbnail while you're still in the destination instead of having to fake it later. So the goal is to plan like a filmmaker, but shoot like a travel vlogger. Now let's talk about editing itself, and you definitely don't need fancy transitions or cinematic montages. In fact, clean and simple always works best, so just focus on three things for now. Good pacing, emotion, and clarity. Also, try adding on-screen text or captions for key lines. A surprising number of people actually watch YouTube without sound, especially on mobile. So even a simple text can help boost retention and make your message hit harder. And here's the biggest tip I can give you. Don't fall into that perfection trap. You will cringe at your first 10 videos. Everyone does, I sure did. And yeah, some of those videos tanked hard, but each flop taught me something new. And if I could tell my past self one thing, it would be that no one cares about your trip unless you make it clear how it helps them. If you shift from look at me to look how I can help you, everything changes. So here's what you're gonna do right now. Pick a topic that delivers value, pull out your phone, record it, edit, and hit publish. And that's it. That's how your channel is gonna grow, with one imperfect video at a time. You don't need the latest camera, and you definitely don't need a mic. I built all of this here with just an iPhone 7 and stubbornness. If you want personal help building your channel, maybe you need help either picking a niche or planning your videos or even naming your brand, I do offer private one-on-one sessions. So I've left a link in the description if you're ready to take that next step. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how I'd grow a travel channel from 0 to 10K subscribers if I was starting out today. So if you're serious about this, don't miss it. So just click on this video here that's on your screen, and I'll see you right over there in 3, 2, 1.